What's up guys, Nate here. Today we are playing EVE Online and we are going to do some PI, or Planetary Interaction. There's lots of videos and tutorials out there and they all make it way more complicated than it needs to be. You guys know how I like to do things, 10 minutes or less. Let's get started. First thing you're going to need to do is figure out what to build and where. I use eveplanets.com. Basically, you can decide what to make or what planet to use. I live in a wormhole, so my planets are already chosen, but you can also come into schemas and pick any of these T2s here and find one that's worth a good bit and build that. Regardless, I recommend basically the single planet method, by which I mean everything we are doing is contained on one planet. So I'm going to do this on a barren planet. So I'm going to click barren and I'm going to hit push. And we're going to give it a second. Okay. Now you can see right here it tells me everything I can make solely on a barren planet. I'm going to go with a T2. I'm going to go with mechanical parts because I happen to know that they have decent market value. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. Don't worry about this part for a second. Come back to the game. Next thing you need to do is get a ship. Just a hauler is fine. Put your command center for that planet, so in my case barren command center, in your cargo. I'm cheating a little bit because I've already got a command center on that planet. I didn't have any extras and I had to rip the planet apart to show you guys this. So then you're going to undock. Give it a second. Good old session change. You're going to go over here to the planet. We'll say it's planet 9. Right click. View in planet mode. This loads the planet mode. You can see it centers on my command center I've already got down. But you're just going to drop your command center down. Put it any old place you want. Close this, get back in your station. That's all you've got to do. Everything else we're going to do from here happens inside the station. So we come up to our Neocom, Business, Planetary Colonies, the barren planet, View Planet. So like I said, where your command center is makes no difference at all. You don't have to connect anything to it, which I think is pretty cool. So now we're coming back to our website. You can see that to make mechanical parts, we need reactive metals and precious metals, which come from base metals and noble metals. Okay, so click scan, base metals. This little slider here shows you basically how dense, it's like a density filter. So you can adjust. If it's maxed out like this, you can't really tell much. So I go down just till I'm starting to see some white. That pretty much tells me this is like an origin spot, this is like an origin spot. So somewhere over here is going to be a good place for our base metals, because we got a lot of them. Now our noble metals, hopefully we're in the same area. Hey, look at that. We got noble metals right here. Alright, that's going to be perfect. So we're going to build right in this area. So we're going to come over to build. First thing we're going to do is a storage facility. I know that sounds a little odd, but you know, bear with me. So click that. Get the little thing. I'm going to go right about there. It's fine. Hit submit. Oh, I'm going to back up just a second. Come to your command center. Hit upgrades. I'm going to show you guys how to do this with upgrades set to 3. I can do command center upgrades 4, but I'm going to show you guys how to do this with 3 first, and then I'll do another video on how to go even further. The reason I'm choosing 3 is it's a short train. It'll only take you a couple of days. It's not like a month-long dedication to get up to command center upgrades 5. Okay, so we got our storage facility built. Next thing we're going to do is extractor controls. So noble metals, extractor control unit. The circle tells you how far away you can put your extractor heads. So I'm going to put this bad boy right there. And then base metals, extractor. I'm going to put it down here so I've got all 3 of these areas covered. We're going to hit submit. Okay. Links. You have to link everything together that you want to be linked. You can hold down the control key on your keyboard and do this as well, but it's not as visual, so I do it this way. Submit. And don't worry about the fact that you've got an extractor head on where there's resources. It's always like that. It's fine. Okay. So now, this guy right here, he was going to be our noble metals. So we're going to come over here and we're going to click survey for deposits. Come up here, click noble metals. Extraction area size. This is what the cycle is on your extraction. I do 2 days even. I like 2 days because I don't, whoopsie, wrong direction. I do 2 days because I don't have to babysit it. I can come back as often, and every couple of days. I've also learned that on a 2-day cycle, if you get this total number in the vicinity of 825 to 875, the planet actually regenerates at approximately that rate. Don't quote me on that. It's not a firm number. CCP hasn't released a number. That's just what I happen to know for about where it is. So you do what I just did here. I go with 4 heads, and I put them somewhere on the white. So we're at 825. Hit install program. Now, depending on what your planetary sensing abilities are at, when you hit this and come back to it again, see that went all the way down to 695? It's because I don't have my scan resolution up very high. Don't worry about it. 695 is probably still fine. It's still going to produce more than we can actually use when you are only running Command Center Upgrades 3. So we're just going to let this go. Then we're going to click on this guy over here. Oopsie. Close. Click on this guy over here. And survey for deposits. 1, 2, 4 heads. This guy is our base metals. Run him up to 2 days. Oops. 2 days. I'm gonna suck out of this one. 824. That's fine. But I'm willing to bet if we double check it, 848. See, it changed a little bit. Again, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So now we are extracting metals, but now we need to do something with them. So we come back up here to build. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go processors. Okay, you're gonna build a basic. Keep this all close together. You want your links short, but put a little bit of spacing because that will help you when it comes time to go up to the next stage. Okay, so 2 basics, 1 for each. All right. Do a spaceport. Launchpad is how you get your materials into space. Build one of those. And then build an advanced. Okay? And do it in this order. Basics, Launchpad, advanced. And there's a reason for that, and I'll show you. Okay? And then we're going to link everything together. Link. 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 And we hit submit. Remember, you have to hit submit after everything you do. Also remember, this is going to run you a little bit. It's going to cost you a couple million to get this all set up, but it's worth it. It definitely makes that back fast. Okay? So come over here. Products, noble metals, it tells you is not routed. So we're going to create a route to the storage facility. Over here. Products, base metals, create a route to the storage facility. Create route. Okay? Now we're going to go to our basic facility. It's not producing anything, and there's no schematic for input. So we hit schematics. Now, if you remember, base metals, reactive, noble, precious. Okay? I'll probably forget and have to look at that again. So we need reactive metals. Install. And we're going to click on this one. Schematics. Precious metals. Install. Okay? They're still not producing anything because it's not getting any of what it needs. So you come over here, you come to routes. Everything is coming in. You just click on it, create route. Right there. This one. Create route. Oops, wrong one. Create route. There. Okay. And you can click on here, create routes. It's coming in and it's going out. Now here's where those numbers start to come in. Okay. You're only pushing out 3,000, but in that same cycle, you're bringing in 27,000. That's why you start with a storage facility, so that all that extra just pools up right here. And then you can even leave this go for longer than your 2 days, and just let these not extract anything for a while, and it'll still keep building. So having that surplus is really nice. Say you got to go away for 3 days, you don't have time to check on your PI, you just come back and there it is. Okay. So now, come here, products, reactive metals, route them to the spaceport. Precious metals, route it to the spaceport. It's the same idea as what we're doing here. Okay. This one, our advanced, This is the one that's actually making our mechanical parts. Okay, so then we're going to route, products, route to the spaceport. And then we come to the spaceport, the precious metals that come in, create route, and go there. And the reactive metals that come in, create route, and go there. Done. Hit submit, everything's done. And you can look at this. Once everything actually starts doing stuff, you'll see that these go up to 100%. You'll see that this goes up to 100%. Ideally, come back and check on this in a couple hours once a cycle's gone through, just to see that it's actually doing everything. That's it. You're done. There's PI set up, established, and making you free money. Enjoy, guys.